It was a couple too many, and they capitalized on the power play, and you know what? But our power play came up big. Our goaltending was great all night, and we got to find a way to minimize the penalties and get 2 points.
You're old enough to have been around, you know, in the '80s and maybe not the '80s, the '90s when there were some battles between goalies on the ice and that kind of stuff. How much did that sort of get everybody's blood going on the bench tonight?
Yeah, especially in a building like this. Well, anywhere. You see the goalies trying to go at it. And good for Howie. Didn't back down, so I would have liked to see them, you know, get loose. And he had a crazy look in his eyes. So who knows what would have happened.
What's the value of a win like this for your team, particularly in light of everything that's been going on and the fact that you've got a hot Avalanche team that you'll see tomorrow night?
Yeah, well, it's huge, especially, you know, the schedule we have now, the teams that we're up against in December especially. So a divisional matchup, rivalry, and to get 2 points on the road. I think in the last 10 days we beat them twice, so making up ground, and it feels good.
What was the exchange between you and Marchand?
I didn't say anything to him.
Were you more than ready to throw if you had to, though?
I was ready. You know, even though Tuke and I are friends, it would have been something.
What is your relationship?
We've just known, you know, goes back since the American Hockey League. So, you know, he's a great guy. You know, I've had a lot of fun with him along the way. So, I'm kind of happy it didn't happen.
You've had lots and lots of wins in this league. How good does one like this feel in light of everything that has happened, particularly in this building, but especially against this team?
Yeah, it's been a tough place for us to play lately. You know, and come up with points. So, you know, for us to come in here and you know, get 2 points in regulation, that's huge for us, and it's a big confidence boost.
What's been different for your team lately, even around the 3 games in which you came up short, but you played pretty well in the losses?
We're finding ways, you know, to get points when we can, and you know, we're finding ways to win as well. So, you know, we've got good habits going right now for the most part, and you know, we just got to keep it rolling now into tomorrow night.
Thanks. What we know about you, I would think this game is sort of right in your wheelhouse, right? I mean, you must have loved every aspect of this.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun game. You could tell that these two teams battle hard against each other, and you know, every minute, every period counts.
What is there about your team in which you didn't sort of take the attack from Boston without some pushback tonight? And how much did that factor into the win ultimately?
Yeah, you know, we stayed on top of them, I think, all night, and I think the biggest thing, we were good in our zone. We got the puck out and on the breakout, and you know, we got it deep, and we just went to work, and you know, big goal in the power play there. I think that was a big one, and you know, we didn't stop pushing, we just kept going.
How has your confidence ramped up in the last weekend change here?
Yeah, for sure. You know, I feel better with the puck, and you know, once you score a couple goals, you know, the confidence is there. So I'm happy with that, and you know, big 2 points in this sprint. How
important is this stretch of your season? You know, you had the 9 wins in 11 games. You had the 3 games that didn't go your way, but now you put wins back to back, and you have a game tomorrow night against Colorado.
Yeah, you know, those 2 losses in a row weren't good for us, and we knew we needed to bounce back, and you know, we did the last 2 games, and you know, this one's over though. We have Colorado tomorrow, so we got to look forward to that.
Well, I don't know if it sparked us. It raised the temperature of the whole game. I thought, you know, I thought it was a good back and forth game. I thought, you know, we had moments of each period that were good and moments that weren't good. But that's kind of the back and forth that happens in the league a little bit. I thought the hit obviously just raised the whole temperature of the game, but I think that's great. I think it's good. It was a great hit. We had some other great hits. We want to make sure that we can be physically intimidating. You know, this team's done a lot where they've been physically intimidating over the years. We want to do some of that. We got some bigger bodies now, and you know, that Rasmussen was that way, Bert's that way, Abby's, you know, that way. So I think it's great.
Tyler's ability to kind of get under somebody's skin really showed there with Marchand.
Yeah, no, he can do that for sure. You know, he's got that ability for sure. I think he brings lots of different dimensions to the game. I talked lots about him after the last game, you know, that I thought he's a heck of a winning hockey player. You know, when we first drafted him, the big thought was, you know, he's a guy he's an agitator. Well, he's way more than that, but certainly that's still something that he can do. He can get underneath your skin for sure. Part of that's because he's tough and he's not afraid to take on anybody, and you know, so I thought that was good.
Down or anything along those lines tonight, which may have been a difference compared to like the last few years when you guys were in here or what?
I think we got lots of, you know, I think we got lots of guys with that kind of bite and that kind of character, and I think that's a good thing. You know, we weren't perfect. They had certainly had lots of chances. Howie was excellent, but you know, I think it's just something as a team we're just trying to continue to grow, and there's lots of different depth to guys' games. You know, I think games like this, that's where, you know, I thought Rask was real good too. That's where Bert and Rask can really make an impact.
Franz Nielsen had nice timing for his first goal of the season.
Yeah, it was great timing for him. You know, Franz has played really, really well since about, I don't know the game exactly, but, you know, the 6, 7, 8 game mark. I think he's played excellent. Good for him to get a goal. It means a lot. You know, it'll be a good challenge tomorrow. I mean, obviously they're a real good team. We're going to get back at a decent time, so let's go and see what we're all about. The one line's a dynamic line, but the whole team's been playing real fast, so we're going to have to make sure we do everything we can to slow them down.